Hey, it's Candus, and in today's QuickBooks tips and tricks, I'm going to cover discrepancies. So I received an email from a viewer, somebody in our community, who is having a problem with bank reconciliation. So something I want to explain to you is if you're going in to do your bank reconciliation, what you're going to always do is you first choose your bank account. If you watched any of my other videos, you know that. Then you choose the date that your bank statement is ending. Now this says 2015. I'm technically creating this video in 2016. This is a sample file that I use for my training purposes. But if you look at your beginning balance, and you'll notice that this says 4581.04, and that should match your bank statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you guys are typically doing that is causing your discrepancies to go out of balance. So typically what's happening is you've gone back into your QuickBooks and changed or deleted or voided a transaction previous to the bank statement that you just worked on. So in this example, I'm going to go up here. See, the way you'll know if you've cleared a transaction is if it has a check mark. So I'm actually going to go in here and I am going to remove this check right here. So for purposes of teaching you guys what's happening, we're going to go in and we're actually going to delete that check. Actually, I'm going to void it but typically you're deleting or voiding it. Or any transaction. This is going to let you know it's not a good idea, but somehow you guys are doing this anyway. Maybe you don't have your warning sign set up. So what happens is somebody goes back and changes a previous year. In this example, the lady was going back into 2015, even though we're in 2016, and making adjustments. I'll give you some tips on how to keep from doing that in a moment. So now if I went back and I clicked on Reconcile, you'll see my beginning balance originally was 4581.04, and now it's 4681.04. So when I go to reconcile, I'd be like, oh, when I pull up your bank statement, you always check that. And what you're going to see is that it doesn't match. But what I want you to do is you can do one of two things. First thing I want you to do is click on locate discrepancies. And then there's a discrepancy report. And what it's going to do is it's going to say, hey, you changed this Ace hardware for $100. So what I want you to do is if that Ace hardware really needed to be in there and you accidentally deleted it, you need to go back in the first step and put it back in. So let's go in and put it back in. I'm going to walk you one step at a time because that's the easiest. So the first step is you're going to go back in and you're going to re-enter it. So we're going to go in here and enter a 15 even though we're in 16. Oh, wow, that was exactly a year ago, that example. That's funny. It's going to say this. I'm going to click continue writing check because I'm not going to worry about that today. That's probably from a video I created in the past. And I'm going to do job supply. So I'm re-entering it the exact same way as originally entered. And I'm going to hit save and close. It lets you know it's past 90 days. That's okay. You want it to be the exact as it was before. Now, what you'll notice is when you go in here, this dollar amount still says the wrong dollar amount. And that's where people a lot of times get confused. They're like, wait, I re-entered the transaction, but why is it saying the wrong amount? So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and click on through anyways. So you're going to type in your ending balance that says on your bank account. And as long as you've re-entered your discrepancy or fixed it, and you know that the ending balance is correct, go ahead and click continue. And trust me, that in the end it'll all work out. So now when you come in here, you'll see your $150 brings your balance back to what your statement originally was, $42.65.53. Do you see that there? That's your clearing balance. If you do that first, you check that and you go, oh, that matches what it used to be, then you're good to go. Then what you do is you go ahead and you check the rest of your bank statement, check all your deposits, and you see what your discrepancy is at that point. And we'll say that check of $2,000 hasn't cleared the bank yet. So our ending balance was $42.65.53, and it is clear. But did you notice, this is the key, I want to unmark all these. Whatever transaction you've deleted in the past that you've re-entered or you had to modify it even, so what'll happen is if you ever have to go back and modify a transaction after you've cleared it in the bank statement, your beginning balance is going to be off. Locate your discrepancy, make sure it's right, and then come in here and you'll see it sitting here. You click it and you'll notice that your ending balance matches what your bank statement is. That's the key. Okay. The things you can do, I'm going to go ahead and leave this. The things you can do to make sure you're not having this problem, the first thing you can do is you can actually set up a closing date password. What that means is, I've taught this before. I don't know if I actually have a video on my YouTube channel or on my blog, but inside my course I talk about this. It's setting your closing date. So down here, what you can do is you can set your closing date December 31st, depending on the example that you're using. And what you're going to do with that is it's going to make sure you're not changing transactions in the past. So typically this would be like a December 31st date. If you're a calendar year, if it's a fiscal year, it might be July 31st. So what you want to do is at the end of every year, close it. That way the only transactions and errors you can make are in the current year, and you can get those fixed. Just keeps you from having previous year problems. But the biggest key is to never go back and really change a previous transaction, delete or edit it. The only time you do things like that is if you did something totally wrong and you have to totally redo it. In that case, you'll do exactly what I said, where you'll go ahead and put the correct ending balance, click continue, and then go through, check mark that first one, and verify that your ending balance now is the accurate amount. Then go ahead, move on with the rest of your statement, and you'll be good to go. If you enjoyed this tip, feel free to subscribe and like this video. And if you want to get my QuickBooks tips and tricks each week, feel free to go up to the eye and put your name and email, click on it, and it'll take you to a page where you can put your name and email. And every Wednesday, I send these tips out. Or if you're wanting to really learn QuickBooks, feel free to check out Confidence with QuickBooks. I am getting ready towards the end of this year. I'm getting ready to relaunch a new program, which is QuickBooks Simplified, where I really simplify it so that if you just need the very basics of QuickBooks, you don't need all the bells and whistles. How can you learn QuickBooks in the simplest, easiest way? And I will stick a link down below that you can put your name and email. So when that is available, you can find out about it. Have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. Talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Bye-bye.